What's good, everybody? It's Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another video. So this is actually, I've heard of Mavi, but I haven't heard of any of their music, but I've definitely heard of Earl Sweatshirt, and he's super, super dope. So this is actually a collaboration. This is Landgrab. Now, if you're new to the channel, make sure you leave a like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video. Let's go ahead and get into this, man. Let's see.
All my trouble world tumbles down on me. I call upon your name and there you are.
Yeah, hey, John Henry swinging a hammer, ran it up, driving up spikes on the grab. I run faster than the machine. When I finally die, I'ma need more than one casket.
I'm on a block like Ola with candy. I'm by the water, the shore, and the sand. Top of the line and spill over the edge. I saw through the line, can't go for the scan.
Out of the spotlight, living the soft life. I see some hard times soft in the ass.
Hey, I look for what I like the back and forth. And Earl Sweatshirt cut the dreads off. Now he's starting to look more like when he first came into the game. Like you could just see like collar shirt, the hat, and everything like that. It's very, very interesting. And then it's like to have that aesthetic with this his more nonchalant, flow and different things like that. And this is my first time hearing Mavi, and Mavi sounds really, really dope. I like the aesthetics between like them being in it almost seems like I would say like a grove, but I don't, it's definitely not herb or anything like that. It may just be like a grassy area. Like it's unique as far as like where they chose to do it. And the beat though, the beat is freaking fire. So does Mavi usually rap on this type of stuff? Like this reminds me almost like some Earl and Knowledge type of stuff. So that's why it's like it goes with it. Plus, Earl has done stuff with the project with the Alchemist and everything like that. So this it fits that aesthetic. But this is dope so far. If you're a Bobby fan, definitely let me know what some other tracks I should check out from him because this is dope. And to have like a Earl freaking feature is fire. And to have him in the video.
My right foot all on the gas so hard to surprise them that I didn't crash. Niggas might die trying to follow the path. Niggas fall out when they hop on the track.
I got done bad, I ain't giving no passes. They ain't spin back on sweet, got that established. Latchkey mad good, stashing the mattress. I was just passionate, passing for mad. I was in the backseat, hoping to cash in, heard the whip cracking.
And woke up the master. We still everywhere, broke your glass. We get where you going, just don't look back. The moral of the story is get off your ass. We hitting the road and they block the can.
More for the sport than the glory attached. I'm showing the quarters out course to the labyrinth. What this my fortune afforded today? The torn Rick Owens, I'm throwing attention. They asked for a photo, I pose like I'm handsome. Cause I'm handsome and I understand that. Fully story.
Yeah, I like the way that transition into like the nighttime came in. That was super, super fire. Like I said, I like the back and forth, and of course, like Landgrab, and you're basically in this room full of like plots of land type of thing. It's interesting because it's like the way that they're rapping on this is it can sound like it's offbeat, but I've noticed that has been an intentional aspect that Earl Sweatshirt like goes into it. It's almost like purposely trying to do something different on the beat. You know what I mean? Like it's just all like, okay, I could attack this way, but that wouldn't challenge me as an artist, and that wouldn't challenge as far as like other aspects of what I could possibly bring on the track, if that makes sense. So like, and he's not the only artist to have almost this art offbeat aesthetic that seems very intentional. But it works for this. It works for this.
Just like my granddad, then we pushing it up on the land grab, nigga.
All the things in life that I may need. It's your love.
Before we get into that, this video is sponsored by me. Hey, if you want to dive into new music, I have a catalog. Yeah, these are not singles. These are albums But more recently this year, I did release an album called Tame Chaos. So you can listen, stream, download, purchase all of that in the link in the description. And just, check it out because I want to see if people are actually seeing this and going to the site. So, anyways, yeah, that was nice. It's just like in there. It's cool always throwing the behind the scenes. And it's also interesting as far as how short the track is. I'm noticing that I think it has been happening for some years, and it kind of was with Instagram. I remember it vividly as far as with B.O.B. He wasn't the only one, but artists was dropping like these 1 minute tracks on Instagram when it first introduced like the whole 10, you know, pictures within one post type of thing or videos, and people took advantage of that, like not in like a bad way but using that. But to me it's always interesting because for me a minute is literally a 16 damn near. So there's, if you want to get a 16 off or maybe a verse and that, it just for me it just seemed to be almost a waste to make short songs. But that goes back with the whole challenge, aspect and the way that Earl was rapping on this beat. And it is a challenge as far as to be able to get complete thoughts in a smaller constraint, and that might be something I need to work on. But overall, this track was dope. The visuals was dope. It's simple, but it gets the message across. And it's my first time hearing Mavi. So, like I said, if you're a fan of his, then let me know some other tracks I should check out. This is dope enough to where I would be interested. I don't know if it gave too much his style, if this was kind of just a one-off thing, but hey, it was dope enough for me to want to listen to more. So let me know in the comments. Mr. Composition, the MC that writes fiction, back at it with another reaction. Make sure you leave, like, subscribe, notification bells on so you don't miss when I drop a new video on the road to 10K. Make sure to check out the description for my music, books, comics, and more. All right, y'all. Peace.